What is going on, everybody? It is Cypher, and today we're going to be making a Trip at Night type beat because Trippie Redd finally dropped the album. If you're subscribed to me, you may have noticed that I went ghost for like a week, and this is because I got a guideline strike and I couldn't upload for a week for literally no reason. As you may notice, I already have the melody made. This is because it took like a very long time and I just couldn't do it on video. Now, if you do want to see me make it on video, I recommend watching my second Rage tutorial. Anyways, yeah, all that out of the way, I made a melody. And I know y'all probably click off right now, but I'm going to explain each individual sound in the melody and what they're used for in the beat and how to make it. So first thing, the chords. Tempo is 154. That was like the usual tempo around the album, 150 to 160, but there were some slower, more hyperpop influenced songs, but this is what I got for the chord progression. The only thing you have to pay attention to for chords in this is like making sure that there's like pauses in the notes, because if it's all connected it will sound like this. And the pauses really kind of like emphasize certain parts, so like right here especially, almost every single sound pauses except for like one lead, and that kind of gives the lead a lot more emphasis. Alright, next sound is the bass, which I use two different serum basses and kind of just layered them together. Again, use the pause right there. Alright, next thing is this Purity ARP, just to have something really quick in the background. That's just to have something like really in the background. This sound isn't required. A lot of these sounds aren't required in the beat. It's just to really fill out space and make this beat even more full than it already was. Next sound is another serum lead. It's a pretty popular sound. It's called C64 lead. I'm sure everyone's used this before if you have serum. And I just laid down some like darker melody just to have in the background. You can't even hear this really, but again, the pause. Our next two sounds play the exact same thing, which is just another lead. I know there's been a lot of leads, but this one's like one of the main leads. So it plays this kind of quicker hyper-poppy pattern. And again, the pause, because that's where the second main lead will come in. Right there. And you don't want like two main leads playing at the same time because they'll clash and it just will sound way too muddy, because you want these to be full, but like it can't be that full. So you want individual pockets for each sound. And then something else you may see is that we got like low notes, middle notes, and high notes. You really want this to take up a lot of different octaves. Alright, so final two sounds play the exact same thing, and that's where that little pause is, so it just sounds like this. And then all the melodies together will finally all sound like this. Alright, so key things to remember for these melodies: have little pockets for certain sections. Each melody should have like its own little pocket, like this, you know. And use a lot of octaves, lower, mid, high, all that. You just want it to be very full. And again, the required sounds would probably be the chords, the bass, and at least one leads, you know. This could be the bare minimum. Only 3 sounds, but it still sounds full, you know. And now the drums are very simple. I feel like I say all that opening sentence in almost every single one of my tutorials. The drums are very simple. And it's because it's true, but yeah, the drums are simple. I'm just gonna lay down some shit. They don't gotta be simple. You can do whatever you want, but to fit Trippie's album, they could be simple. But if you have your own style, then do whatever. I'm just laying down some claps right now. Hat, right click, fill each two. I'll copy that over for now. I might add some rolls after I do like the 808s and things, but for now that's that. I'll put this right at the start. 808, I'm going to clone because I'm going to actually make a reverse 808 as well. So 808, I'm just going to start. I'm going to actually copy the bass over, and whenever you have an 808 playing, chances are you're probably not going to want the bass to play, but I'll show you guys a trick I learned for the bass. So basically, you just want to take an EQ and EQ the low end out of the bass. Because now, basically, the bass is still there, but it will sound good with the 808. So you do that for both basses. But yeah, that's that. So now we take the 808, bring it to the proper octave, and we can just boost that a lot. You can probably start it right here. I'm gonna see how that sounds with everything else. I think that sounds fine. Just to make it hit a little bit harder, I'm gonna take this open hat and lay this pattern down. There's something about making the 808 hit with an open hat that kind of just makes it a little better. It just makes it clip a little more. I can't recall anything very specific about the arrangement of the album, but since I did take out the low end of those basses, I have to make it so whenever there's no 808, the low end comes back. So you could just go to the EQ, go to this circle, and create an automation clip. And I have to do that for both basses since I layered 2. And then basically when there's no 808, you could just turn this down, which means the low end will show. Versus when it's on. But yeah, I'm just gonna arrange like normal, do like hook verse, just some basic stuff.